Alrighty then. Welcome everyone to Dynasty the Podcast Show. I'm your host, Ira Thomas Bush the Fourth, and this is a Sunday edition of the show. Um, Today's been pretty good. I got up this morning. I slept in. I slept pretty good. The thing that I'm having an issue right now, being that I'm out of my state of Florida, is that there's so much spiritual text going on right now. With as y'all can see every time there's bags under my eyes, or there's some kind of marker that somebody's face, whatever weirdo. Look, the thing about it is, people have lost. They put me in something, some kind of competition with others, and they didn't win. They wanted to take the position that I would have in the world, and they did a lot of they went through great lengths to kind of like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'm tired for no reason. People put me to sleep some kind of hoodoo voodoo way. I showed y'all the back of my head all the time. It got worse since I got here, so people in Washington D.C. probably then jump down and add it to the dickhead activity that goes on with whatever it is that they do, whatever kind of energy and space that people are in. Loser circle is the loser circle. The winning circle is the winning circle. I'm actually not that active when it comes to competing with anyone. News. I guess me being a part of the news, me being part of media in a big way that I am right now, much how my stats have been checking out, and how I've pivoted from talking about sports, and I pivoted by talking about the real life issues that's going on every day. And I'm actually being nice about the details that people probably have or probably don't have. There's still my target audience is actually not adults. There's so much stupidity going on with people allowing, people older than me, people of my elders, people disrespecting my elders, people disrespecting my grandparents and my mother in a whole nother light of realm, because they're it be what it looks like is there's somebody in the entertainment world that is jealous of me, and I don't know who it is. I don't really care. This is kind of the first time he's talking about it like this. I don't care who you are, how famous you are, how many records you sold, how many movies you made, how many scripts you wrote. You just don't have the talent that I have. You don't possess the internal energy that I have. And some of y'all are flunkies. Some of y'all are people that, your parents are famous or rich, and you are mad because you don't possess what I possess. And then what makes it worse is, there's people that attack my younger sister, and it's something, if her life is tragically at a too early of an age that I don't suffice to, I'm not going to be in this shirt and tie. I'm not gonna act too kindly about it, because you already made my grandmother a sin. You already made my father a sin, and that's on my tree. So stuff's still not forgotten. And this all is about how much light they had in them. This all about how much, just how much people actually love them for real. And the crazy thing about it is, I didn't see them, the type of era they came from. There was no cameras and TVs around, so it wasn't like that. It was just more off of what you heard about them, and it wasn't nothing bad. It was, you learn that telephone game where you tell somebody something, and then at the end of the big ass telephone line, there's a completely different story. And that kind of what happened with my grandmother and my father. And I'm glad my grandfather's still alive, and my other grandmother and my mom's mother is still alive. But it's those some of the most light-hearted people, most funny people, some of the most protective people you ever meet. And like I said, today I have the I've been, people been trying to put me to sleep all day. When I say literally put me to sleep, this is not no I want the people that are younger, and they do the same thing to my nephew and my child. They attack their spirits and make them go. These people are weird. They don't, and it be women that do it, and then it be men that have you know have the audacity to indulge in the nonsense, or not even be able to be strong enough to tell their woman to mind their business, or to find a weaker, I don't know, somebody weaker to play with, because I really don't have time to fight the whole world. But that comes with, I don't know what to tell everybody. I don't have, I'm not, my energy is not evil, but it's definitely not coming from a weak standpoint, that I always try to like I tell you, my message is the same. It might be a whole different type of way I put it out there, but it's the same. And there's people, now that I'm here, there were, me being from Florida, like the churches in Florida, it's not, it's very, the only way, I'm gonna tell you, the only way I was gonna join the church, the only way I was gonna join the church, if I go to a Jewish synagogue and join a Jewish committee. That's how prejudiced and racist and deep rooted in the South that the church is. I come up here. There's a museum about a Bible, and then there's a whole bunch of black faces with white integrity, and you take it how you want it. I was amazed when I went in today. This is my third time going to the church service, the church that I was going to, and I'm not dissing them in any form or fashion, because I was very proud of how much youth they had in that building today. And I actually enjoyed the Bible BB that we did today. And I came in on a short notice. So, it was cool how it went and turned out. They do a good job of making sure their people, that their congregation is, fed and happy, before the service. But what I do not appreciate is, the judging of the fakeness, and the judging of some of the the people, that approached me the first day, and then it's my third time coming there. It's like it's like, I could sense that some people agree with how it was done and how it was, but you can't. These people are in Washington D.C., so you have the same kind of opportunity to check these people that are calling themselves in kind of some whatever power, whatever, you know you have the power to, like, go up here and tell the people that you put into place, whether it's your mayor, your governor, your senator, to do their job. This is what happens when they get assigned to these jobs. They have to do what you say do. So when I come up here, and for the purpose of making sure my family is not being mistreated, what we have been targeted with real guns by U.S. Army and police force, and whoever else they sending at me, different country U.S. soldiers, and whatever weirdo stuff that they pulling out their hat just to say we're going against, and throwing rocks and hiding their hand, throwing bullets and hiding their hand, and gun, and whatever they doing. It's not that I'm intimidated by it. It's just that I'm amazed that they can't. They have to figure out how to do something else. You know what I'm saying? Just go, like, it's just like this. You already stole all the resources. You already gave all the resources out. You're already in debt. You're already in a demise. You're already in doomsday type of energy, and that's not the stance that my family have, or anybody on my tree has. At least that the people that know me. And when you put us in that corner to not want to have fun, or to be in defense, that don't mean we're not going to be able to defend ourselves. That don't mean we don't know the right people to defend ourselves. And the people that help us in defense, y'all took so much money and monetary things, because people don't want to do things for free. People want to enjoy their life, and they're putting themselves in risk. They want to go ahead and move to a different space where they're still be loved, they're still wanted. And that's what the issue is. That's what the issue that over the time that I've noticed, that I don't get to hang with nobody that I would rather hang with. There's such a big smear campaign of my name. I'm actually like, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to hang with the people I wanted to hang with when I was younger, or who I became friends or comrades with. This it's kind of difficult. Even the youth that I was like, even the youth that I deemed is like the people that I wanted under my company, or to represent what I stand for, type of situation. Not even no making you do it or not. It's just one of those things where you was hoping that it will pan out. It might not be as perfect as sound, because they could send people your way and it'll work out even better. And that's what I was like. I'm not expecting nothing, but I would hope, that my mindset will it manifests into bigger and greater. And I'm kind of, I don't feel like it's not going to happen. I'm still in my 30s. I'm in my mid 30s, so it's like, eh, it's like I have so much to care for. Like my child will have she's going to be in position by the time she's out of high school to take over the Elite Youth Association and be the number. And my nephew the same thing, and my nieces are the same. They're going to be the number one people. They're going to be running it. They're going to be they're going to be the head in charge. They're going to be the people who are just outside doing what, they're going to be pulling stunts all day in the greatest way, in the funnest way, and the flyest way. You know what I'm saying? This is guaranteed. Barring that we don't have nobody as senile and dumb in power calling themselves a leader and trying to put everybody at war or put anybody in fear. And that's all about who we pick next time to run this work, to run the United States of America, and to make sure these chairmen and these people that hold seats that are supposedly be telling people what to do or guiding people to do what to do, and listen and actually hear people who have some kind of sense upside their brain. It is what it is. Hopefully everything pans out. Now, with that being said, I don't really feel. I think I'm gonna. I was gonna do like when I. It's so funny. Like I was telling, I started talking exactly about me being getting put to sleep today in church. When I got to the library, right when I got sat down to do my show, to do research on sports, because I was amazed. One of the guys that I think he played pretty well. He went to the combine. I don't even see him on the top 300 list for prospects or in the top position, his position at corner. I don't know if he decided not to play or I don't know. He don't want to get the press, or he didn't want to be included on the list. I know what type of what he come from, meaning his family, especially the people he played with, and probably his brother. They didn't want him with that press of being ranked so low, and he outperformed everybody this year. I could see that happening, and hopefully he just get drafted where he's supposed to get drafted. So I'm not gonna mention too much. I'm gonna speak on it. Everybody from the state of Florida know who I'm talking about, and the same thing with you know, and it's more like I can speak on both of them because they both talented enough. It's a wide receiver and it's cornerback. And then when the draft happened and when the teams sign their players on the roster to play football, and they go through the whole process and making it to a preseason, then I'll mention their name again because I think that's what they want to do, because that's how I move anyways. You just got to put in the work. That's how they was. That's how they was without me telling them. I'm just saying like that. Both of them. And that's how they circle was. And I think they probably head first right now, probably putting in extra time mentally, especially mentally when they put enough reps on the field. So mentally they definitely prepared. And I'm happy I'm gonna speak on them. And I check. Me not how I deal with it is like I just go on their Instagram and see if they post something I like it, but I don't. It's too much. They know people in the NFL already. Trust me and believe. They know people that went to the NFL, been in the NFL. They'll get there. They'll get an opportunity. Hopefully, barring us slander and these white supremacists that's trying to slow them down, and these fanboys, these gay people, homosexual people who are hating on real men, who mad that they homosexual gay men tribe is going to demise because that's not they're on the complete opposite side, and those are real men. They're gonna protect their family and their women and their children when they have them, if they ain't have them yet. And then nobody got time for all that. That's basically the stuff that I'm talking about That's what I'm on. I'm on what they on. It's the name of what I made it from. And they got people that's they good on a lot of sections already. They just and they got their degrees. I'm pretty sure they going to get them, and that's a positive in itself. And I want people to understand. Confusing people like them, it only gets worse once they figure things out, and they don't have to think too hard no more. Then they finna be full grown adult. If not, they don't already consider themselves that. Meaning, and they still got a few more years age wise. Like I'll be telling them, the patience is the patience. There's some of the greatest players that went to the league at 25. So it's all about patience. Hopefully, they get real opportunity. Teams that love them, and they got to realize them 32 teams got a lot of white supremacist coach owners. And then there's people that's not even fully a white supremacist, and they be getting controlled by the other owners and all kind of stuff that goes with the business side of it. Then you got the people that's over the corporations that's funding the contracts and the TV endorsement and all kind of stuff that goes with it. But they'll figure it out. Now with the college basketball March Madness going on. Texas won yesterday. I was being funny. I was so mad because I put like a foul. I look. I don't want to be known for like having gambling or like I don't consider it gambling. It's $5. It's like me not having to drink in a bag of chips that day. So I look at it like having fun. And the NBA people I put in, I was so mad. I messed up. I was like, but the games, I think I put VCU plus 25 or something. They lost by like 23. But Texas I put like Texas I put plus 20 and they won. And they was not favored in that and they won. They upset Gonzaga, but Gonzaga just it's based off of it's a name. It's a basketball name, and whatever them people over there, they hype their team up. They pay enough. They over in the Mountain West Conference or whatever small league that has been built up enough just for them to get a top 3 seed, and they lost it last night. So that was funny watching. I was mad about the little ticket I put in. I think people don't know I speak on this because there's nothing to hide from. It's like y'all had Hard Rock, y'all got the what it is, DraftKings. You got the famous basketball players and entertainers all promoting it. NFL Hall of Famers. Why y'all making on my couple dollars? Just because my spirit is actually pure and real, that don't mean I don't enjoy sports. That don't mean I don't grew up playing sports and coaching sports, and I can't enjoy my $5. Look, my $5 every blue moon now. It ain't even every day. It ain't even every week no more. It's every blue moon. So I'm gonna speak on it. I ain't got nothing to hide. There's people that's so jealous of me. It's like y'all making up stuff. Like I'm actually pretty good when it comes to like putting those types of numbers in. Let me get my little $20 bonus a week or something. You feel me? Let me not have to go through hoops just to get on the train or ask for a free ride. It's so ignorant what people do when it comes to my pocket watching me and what they have to do just to stay above water or whatever they calling themselves doing at the time. I could to guarantee the fact that they're in that position of what they call having money or riches, and like they so dependent on me not being at the top of my on top of my game, and it's dependent on that. But I'm already am on top of my game. You listen to my podcast, I don't sound, or you know, you look at you go find the only thing that different is so many people been working so hard to make me look different. I got a little moonshine patch here, and they dip me in back here. But who am I to control the United States Army? Who am I to control the United States government? Who am I control to them going out of the way to go find somebody in a different country to attack me because they're jealous because their little white son is not as good as me or whatever they thinking in their head. Like, hey, they've been going against me for so long, but I'm speaking on it. It's nothing. It is, or your little gay actor or actress and gay world over there mad because I didn't go to California yet and get mad at like a little faggot or whatever, whatever they thinking in their brain. I enjoy movies still, but it ain't go to that extent. And when I do drop, I'm gonna have my scripts ready. I'm gonna have my actors ready. I'm gonna have all kind of themes ready. I'm gonna be in all kind of stuff. So, and trust and believe, I guarantee my child put up some stats. Her stats is checking out in school and in the entertainment world. So I ain't tripping too hard about it. We here to put light in the world. We're not here to go in a demonic version of it. And you know how that, what kind of control we can have once we do things ourselves. And this is the stuff that they're already trained and taught to pick yourself first, and then if people want to have the same, genuinely want to be on the same type of time as you, then you accept that, and then you can be able to work with that, and you'll be able to get to your destination fast, and in a godly like matter. So yeah. um I don't know what else to speak on. Today is Sunday. I kind of want to go pick a movie out and watch it, but I'm mad about. I'm not going to say too much today. Um, I want a Dr. Pepper. I need to go get a Dr. Pepper. Shout out to Dr. Pepper. I'm gonna get a Dr. Pepper or something. But I'm gonna go back, chill out. Hopefully dinner's pretty good today. Um, and yeah, I don't have much to say. I just had to do a little quick pop in. This wasn't one of those episodes where it was gonna be much of nah, it wasn't. It was just me. I have to like be in church. A lot of people went to church. I had to speak on spirit, and I had to speak on the demonic forces that's still working. And this is one of those areas where it's hit or miss. One day it could be very high God-like, and one day it could be very demonic and very lopsided, very conniving and stab you in the back type of energy. And I don't know. It happens in Florida. It's the same type. These people just know me, see me every day. It's one of those, they stand and watch how they either gonna stand and watch my success, or stand and watch the demise, or have that energy to watch my demise. And I was listening to the pastor speak today, and I'm like, dang, some days y'all be okay, then other days y'all want to sell people off into the bliss of sacrifice or something. Like, what's going on? That's where it comes to me deciphering these words that you say out your mouth, and I be confused with why you talking like that. It's like, why? It has nothing. It's like it's dampening your chances to ascend in the level, to ascend to that level of I won't call you God because I don't know exactly your background, but when you keep speaking high, and you keep speaking life and light into others, and you keep guiding people and referencing the correct things in that book, and you learn more when you experiencing things in this world, and then you go back and reference that book you studied and read all the time, then it's like, you gotta get it. You kind of gotta get it from that, like. Yeah. Hopefully I stay up for the rest of it. I'm at that point where it's like, oh, and I'm not even in a bad mood today. It's just, I wish I didn't have to have these people all on my back, my neck. Like, what is that? Like, what kind of weirdo energy y'all on? Like, reach out. Oh yeah, I forgot. You got to get my email. My email. I'm gonna give you all my email, just so you feel comfortable to reach out. You could just, if you want some energy, just say, I'm glad you're alive. Like, come fly down and see me. Like, I ain't hard to get in touch with. This is the thing that I'm confused by. My email is ibush, the number two, not spelled two, the number two, at the at sign, hawkmail, HAWKMAIL dot, like just a dot, HCCFL dot edu. And then my other email is Ira Bush, IRABUSH IV stands for four. So Ira Bush the fourth, which is IRABUSHIV at the at sign Gmail Gmail.com. And the other one will be the other one will be my iCloud is IRA90, the number 9, the number 0, the number 188, like the number 88 at iCloud.com. Those are 3 emails you can reach out to me. You can look me up on Instagram, Ira Bush the fourth. Ira Thomas Bush the fourth. And then and then you can look me up on on Facebook, Ira Thomas Bush the fourth. That's the one you need to look up, Ira Thomas Bush the fourth. Stay with me. All right. So you can reach I be doing people, man. But just real talk, man. Just like reach out to me in my YouTube channel. I don't even know it's the same as this Dynasty the podcast show. Like you can't miss it. I say it all the time. Dynasty the podcast. That's what you gotta look up. I put it on Threads. You can look up me up, Ira Thomas Bush the fourth. Same thing. I post everything. I'm not hard to conversate with. I'm not hard to get in touch with. I don't have. It's a season. The season that's passed. I'm looking for new people to be a part of. Just breaking through and experiencing success with others. And also, I'm actually experiencing. I didn't come to Washington D.C., but I actually want to be in like at least in a dating relationship, some kind of way. It's been a long time. I don't have an issue with moving on from others. But I do I also know what comes with dating, and I don't. I had to get in a space where I feel comfortable. Like I'm not trying to go start. Look, I'm not gonna have this over here and then try to get into this over here. That's funny to me because what happens when I start dating is the person that, and it's funny because my numbers is like how I do it. I don't want nobody telling me and trailing me because I know what happens when you get older and the child. You have your child and the person you have your child where y'all not together, and that will always linger in a relationship. So the fact that my child is of age in middle school, I know I'm able to move around. And I waited a little bit after she was born to even move around. She was 2 or 3 years old before I even was moving around, talking about getting her, and then, it was a couple failed relationships, but I'm on good terms with everybody. I didn't attack nobody. I didn't go after nobody. I didn't put no extra energy into stopping your success. And that's how I look at it. And the same thing with the last person I dated. I don't have no issue with these people. They might have an issue with how I don't have time to dwell in the past or dwell in the whatever. But it's people make up stuff just because I ain't put go out here and get in another relationship. I just wait. I want this person to have 10 different relationships before they could even talk about me. You moved on, I moved on, but you moved on in a different way. I'm okay, man. I know what type of I know what generation I'm in. I'm in 2026 generation. It ain't the same. It ain't people want clout off of knowing who you are, laying with you, sleeping with you, all kind of stuff. So I'm in good spirits when it comes to that part of my life. I want to be in a relationship. I want to start dating. Whether I go on dates and we don't work out, we do. I'm in the prime still of my life. I'm not in the later years of my life. So hopefully that kicks up sooner than later. I'm going to the dentist this week. I don't want to be in no Doctor Strange, Doctor Scrooge as dentist, and they put my I don't know if in Washington D.C. Hopefully everything works out. I'm gonna be at the hearing that day as well. So I'm excited. I think this week gonna be great. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a lot to be spoken on and talked about. And then this how it goes. Spring is here. The summer's coming soon. And you know, I'm a summer baby, so my birthday's in June. And you know, I'm hyped about that. My daughter's birthday in May. So, you know, everybody lit. We were a month apart, month and 4 days apart. So, and you know how I go. That's it for today. This is the show, Dynasty the Podcast Show. I'm your host, Ira Thomas IV. And I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all tomorrow. It's back at it.